Welcome to Daren and Luna's channel. How are you all doing? If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit the notification bell. I will just mention that in the beginning and maybe towards the end. I just feel like there's some things I want to talk about as we forge forward and what is essentially happening, and as we continue to create the fifth dimension, the 5D, the new earth reality that we all are, in fact, moving to. And, the things that I have been receiving intuitively and just messages in general regarding this transition that we all are, and evidentably it's happening regardless. Whether we like it or we don't like it, it is in fact happening, and we are transitioning from these old constructs that we have lived for so many thousands of years. And they're falling away, they're breaking away, they're crumbling, they're cracking at the foundation. And, maybe you're noticing it in your own life that things are falling away, whether they be materialistic, whether they be other human beings that you've encountered for many years. Whatever the case may be for you in your own life, it's different for all of us. And we just are at a point, and let me just say that this is happening all in divine timing, all divinely orchestrated. Point blank, period. Yes, as I have spoken and will speak more about resistance being the free will and choice that we actually do have. But this is all being divinely orchestrated and divinely timed perfectly. It will not be stopped. It cannot be stopped. I've been shown visions of this happening, the ascension, the shift into the new earth, the golden age, whatever you want to call it. There's many different names. Dolores Cannon spoke about, the split of the two worlds. There is many ways that this can be described, and in fact, we are in fact shifting. It is happening, and it will continue to happen. And as we continue to go forward, the more that we go forward, the more and more people will remember who they are. And I venture to say between now and next year is the things I've been hearing is going to be and give us the opportunity to remember more and more. This was a part of the human experience up to this point where we chose to come in and forget everything. And in actuality, we really didn't forget everything, but we did. And then we chose different partners and family members and relationships to continue to remind us, to help us to remember, because they forgot, and they completely forgot, and then we remembered. They would continue to pull us back, and remind us. But the energies are getting more and more amplified. Things are accelerating. Humanity is shifting, and I will tell you this: the next few years are not going to look the same anymore. Hell, a lot of us have already seen since 2020 how so many things have changed and shifted, and it doesn't look anything like it did then, and it's going to continue to be this way and continue to change and shift, and you won't recognize this place any longer. It's been a process, I say, for me, I would say in years in the making now, where I've had to let go of more and more and more, and detach and detach and let go, and let go of outcomes and what I think that something should look like and how it should play out, and this is the way it should be. And that's all the mind wanting to have a map of everything laid out, telling you this is how this is going to go down. This is how you're going to pack this money away for your retirement. You're going to retire, you're going to grow old, you're going to play on the golf course, and then you're going to transition, and and all of this old constructs of living, when humanity cannot sustain itself any longer in the way that we've been living. And so I will go so much more into depth about the downloads I've been receiving over the years, explaining all of this and this whole entire process. But from my understanding and the downloads I get, we don't have control over what is happening. There is other beings, and remember, we are all one, and we are all connected. We all come from source. So even though I say other beings, they are still a part of us, and we're a part of them. But there is so many energies, so many spirits in the spiritual realm watching this planet, and it's like you're on this track, and there's these bumpers that you're being pushed into each bumper as you go down the track, and nudged into and again, you have free will, so your free will is to resist. And when you resist, you suffer, because you're not in alignment with your soul's desire. You're not in alignment with your soul and what your soul wants and what your soul came here to do. You're resisting from a human standpoint, from an egoic standpoint. So that is the free will. Aside from that, it's happening whether we like it or not. Whether you want to resist it or not, it's happening. And the more you resist, the more suffering you create, the more illness you create, the more disease, the more just not pleasant experience. Versus going in alignment with your soul, following what your soul is desiring. And that is not easy for a lot of people, because, well, let's just say that a lot of times that requires you to be authentic, be yourself, not people please, not do things for others, but do it for yourself. And that requires you to change completely from what everyone that you've been around or hanging out with for, could be many, for decades. They're going to see you completely change because they don't know you in this way. When you're actually following your soul's desire, it can look completely different and completely the opposite of the life you were living before. That job that you had, that business you had, that relationship you had, that family dynamic, it all is going to completely dissolve and fall away once you step into your authentic truth, the truth of who you are, once you follow your soul's desire and you're in alignment with your soul. All of that will completely fall away, most likely, like it has happened to me. I was trying to hold on so tight for so many years to everything, what I thought I knew who I was, the identity of what I thought I was, to stay in these relationships, to keep everything the same, so that, I don't know, I guess I could keep these relationships, but in actuality, it didn't even matter, because none of those people even cared. And they fell away anyway once I actually stepped into my truth, So I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next one. This is just a little snippet of what is to come on this channel. So stay tuned. From my heart to yours. Take care of yourselves and each other. Like, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit that notification bell. I love you all. I will see you soon in the next one. Take care.